Hey y'all, I'm Tim at Mr. Maple, and welcome to the Mr. Maple Show.
Hey, I'm Matt, and we're down here on Maple Street in Hendersonville, North Carolina to talk to you about Acer Palmatum Dragon Tears. Now, I've come down to the crossroads, but I'm not with Robert Johnson. We're not selling our souls for anything here, but we want to talk about a great Japanese maple that we think you should be growing in your garden.
We like this plant quite a bit because it's very unique habit. It's large red leaf and some really good color. This plant has that larger leaf like a Bloodgood, but it has a cascading, upright, semi-pendulous, I guess you'd say, shape that's very unique and very different from other types that have that similar leaf.
Yeah, this is a beautiful red. Now, don't think of this as being in the same vein as Ryusin or Dragon Master. It's not going to be as weeping as those forms. It's going to be a lot more like Acer Palmatum Murayama, where it's an upright with a semi-pendulous shape. You're going to get some really unique contorted branching on this one. It makes a very irregular shaped Japanese maple. You're going to get a lot of branches kind of going everywhere. It's not going to really look like many other Japanese maples that are out there. Now, this is an introduction by our friend Ray Jackson, who named this one. Ray's famous for the Rising Sun Redbud, and a great Japanese maple introduction here as well.
Yeah, I like this one simply because, like Matt talked about, it is very spreading out. The branches on the end cascade down a little bit, and that gives it a shape, like Matt was talking about, very much like an Murayama, with like a Bloodgood style leaf. This gives a lot of color, a unique habit, and something that's really special out in the landscape and garden. On our video of touring downtown Hendersonville's Maple Street, I talked a little bit about how a lot of people will take a Bloodgood Japanese maple and they'll try to weight down the branches to get the same effect that they get here with Dragon Tears without doing any training at all. And you know, it's kind of ridiculous when you try to take an upright and try to turn it into the semi-pendulous plant. This one does it all by itself and makes it have a really unique shape that you really don't find in many Japanese maples.
Yeah, I really like to reiterate, I like to think of this one more as contorted than weeping. It's a very unique shape to it. It's very different than most other Japanese maples. I don't think we have a lot of contorted plants within that genre of Japanese maples, but this one kind of fits the bill for that for me. It's a very unique shape. It's very different from what's out there. The leaves are a very, very dark red also. So it's an excellent dark red, and it's a tree I think makes for a great place in the landscape. If you know what you're looking for here, this one can go out and do excellent. It's actually fending for itself out here kind of as a street tree on Maple Street. So a very durable plant as well. We're actually here in zone 6B, and this one's growing in full sun here downtown and just making a beautiful specimen. I can't wait to see what this one turns into with even more time.
When these things age, because of that contorting, slightly semi-pendulous habit Matt was talking about, it really makes some interesting structures in the branching. And that makes a plant that's going to really add a lot in the landscape and garden, especially when it's in leaf, but also when it's out of leaf. I love going to gardens and checking plants when they're out of leaf, and this is one that's definitely going to give you a really nice, interesting structure across the entire plant.
Now, not only does Dragon Tears have a very dark foliage this time of the year, it is a very bright fire engine red in the fall. So it's an excellent bright red. It's a really fun plant, a great plant for a container garden, but it does equally well in the landscape. Tends to fill out for us very quickly. Now, we do tend to stake it since it's so contorted. You can get a better shape if you're wanting a little bit of a standard to it. Don't think of it as weeping, like I said, but think of it as more contorted and semi-upright with a weeping habit. Once you understand what this one is, it's a really cool plant in the landscape.
I think this is a plant you can enjoy in the landscape, either in the landscape or as a container. Make sure you've got good drainage though. This makes an excellent container plant. And I think this video hopefully has showed you a little bit of what this plant does with a slightly more mature specimen out in the landscape and garden versus just some of our videos we've done with just a 1 gallon in the nursery.
Yeah, this one was actually planted here in downtown Hendersonville. It came from us. This one was in a 7 gallon originally. It was a little bit smaller than this one. It's probably been here a couple years now already. And I would estimate it's right in about that 6 to 8 year age range. So kind of give you an idea what this one does. Excellent plant though. You can definitely check it out on MrMaple.com. If you don't see this one currently available when you're watching this video, you can always sign up to get notified when it's back in stock.
Hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and sign up for our weekly emails on MrMaple.com. We add 10 new exciting trees every Tuesday, so you'll definitely want to be a part of that email.
Hey, and if you're in downtown Hendersonville, you can come down to the corner of 5th and Maple Street and check this specimen out for yourself. Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.